Have your colleagues been raving about using Google Classroom? Have they been trying to get you to use Google Classroom? Then this 10-minute short video on Google Classroom for Beginners is just for you. To get started in Google Classroom, you must first be signed in to your account that has your G Suite for Education. Once you are signed in, you're going to go ahead and you are going to either get to your Google Drive, or you're going to go ahead and you will see where the Google logo is for the main search page. You will see 6 dots up on the right hand corner that will either have your face or maybe it'll have your initials. You can go ahead and you can click on those 6 dots, and typically when you see dots it will indicate a menu or more information. Click on the Google Classroom icon and it will open up your Google Classroom and show all of your classes that you are teaching right at the very first page. To create a class, you will go over to the plus button that is over to the right hand side by the 6 dots. Click on that, and then you are going to scroll down and click on Create Class. Once you hit Create Class, it will pop up and you are going to put in your class name, your section, your subject, and your room number, and then click Create. I noticed that this window seems to get stuck. I just go ahead and I click the back button up on the next to the Omni bar to get back to the main page of Google Classroom. Your Google Classroom that you created will automatically open up, and then you will see that Google has selected a theme for you that typically matches what your name is. So as you can see, this has math. If you would like to change it, you can click on Select Theme, and you will have many different themes that show up, and you can go ahead and click on a different one if you choose so. When you are in your Google Classroom, one of the first things that I like to do is go ahead and set up how I want students to view, if I want to invite guardians. I click on the settings wheel to bring me down to class details. I can go ahead and I can change the section number, class description. You can go ahead and you can see where your class code is, the general, students can post. So how you want your stream to be, which we will talk about in the next section, you can change that here. So either students can post and comment, students can only comment, only teachers can post. You can show deleted items. I like to show deleted items as this is a good lesson for students to see that once they delete something, it's not always gone. Another feature that Google Classroom has under settings is how you would like to set up your grading for your gradebook. You can click on the drop-down menu to choose whether you would like total points or weighted by category. You can also show grades to students if you would like to by turning that on, and you can add grade categories. Click Save to bring you back to the main page. Up here at the top, you will see Stream. You will also see classwork. You will also see who is in your class, and then you will see grades. To create an assignment in Google Classroom, you will again go to the top of the menu where it says Stream, Classwork, People, and Grades, and click on Classwork. You will then click Create. A drop-down menu will appear and it will say assignment, quiz assignment. You can just ask a question. You don't have to give an assignment where there's going to be a grade. You can just add material. You can reuse a post from a different class, and you can create a topic for where you want all of the above to go under. Here I'm going to create an assignment that I already previously made, and I stored it in Google Drive. You will see that it says math tutorial. These are my most recent items that I have in Google Drive. Click on it so that it is highlighted, and then click Add. It will now be added to your assignment. You can take the points off and it can be ungraded by clicking the arrow. You can create a due date by just clicking the arrow and then clicking the date. If you want it to be by the end of the day, you can put the end of the day in there. Where you want to create a topic, you should create a topic. If you are working on a standard and you want to put all the information for that standard underneath that standard, that would be your topic. If you have a specific problem that you're creating and you have more material to go with it, that can be your topic. Here you can create how you would like the students to see it. They make a copy for each student is typically what I would use. And then you are going to click either assign or the arrow again, the drop down arrow. You can assign it, you can schedule it, or you can save it as a draft for the future. You want to schedule it, you can schedule it, and you can schedule it for whatever time. If you are worried about your students looking at it prior to class and you do not want them to, then you can schedule it for when they come into your class. And that's it. And you have your first assignment. This is saved as a draft. I can go in and edit it. Again, remember I was talking about the dots. You can edit it and it'll say edit assignment. If you no longer want it to be scheduled, you can click assign. Let's create a material under the create for assignments. And I want to create material that on those equations that I find from YouTube. So this is a link that you can upload different documents. You can upload them from your computer, or you can get them from Drive, or you can find a document. This is a direct link to Drive. This is the YouTube, and this is a link that you can add if you already had the web link. We are going to click on YouTube. We are going to look up equations. And you can see how long each one is. I typically watch them before I post them. I'm going to put in just a quick one on algebra shortcut tricks. Okay. And then you can just write it. Okay. And then you can look for the topic again. So over there, I already have. I want to go under equations and put it under equations and post it. If you want to create material that is from your class of last year, or if you want to reuse information from maybe another section, you're teaching different sections of the same class, or you have the same grades, you can go to create, click reuse post, and you're going to scroll down and look for which one you would like to reuse. Down here it says create new copies of all attachments. You want to always click on that when you are going to a new class so they are not in the same folder. Go ahead and click reuse. All right, and this is 100 points. Again, create your due date if you have one. If there isn't a due date, then don't do it. Okay, and then you can click assign, or schedule, or save draft. Now this already had a topic in the previous class, so it already made a topic for it. And that is how you do assignments. Students can join your class by going to the classes section, and again they're going to see all of their class cards of any classes they're in. They will also click on the plus sign, then they will click join class. Or another way that students can be added to a class is by going to people in the main menu, clicking on students, and adding and adding them to your class. And then they are added. To change that, you would go ahead and highlight them with your X's, and then you would click on remove. And that is how you add or take away people, your students. Now you can also co-teach with a teacher. So you can invite teachers, and you can put them on here by typing in their email and then clicking invite. And that is what we have today for Google Classroom Beginners. You should be able to set up a classroom, invite your students, and also create assignments. Thank you for watching Google Classroom for Beginners.